Strawberry? Why do I smell strawberry? Good morning, everyone. What is that? Some kind of strawberry breakfast granola bar?
Protein bar.
Strawberry protein bar. Actually, I don't mind the smell of strawberry. Actually, it smells good. The smell? It smells good. I've got a minor allergy reaction to strawberry, so.
You haven't tried that in a while.
I haven't tried it in a long time.
It might be your favorite food.
It might be my favorite food. Or I can have a major allergic reaction and die.
I'm gonna empty my lip in there.
Unloaded here in Kelowna. We're now on Highway 33 southbound, just leaving Kelowna. It's around 9 a.m. give or take. Huh, 9:06. Pretty good. All we have is 2 garage doors on the back. That's it. 2 garage doors. Might as well be running empty. Might as well be running empty, but hey, I'm getting the rate for running full, so oh well. I'm supposed to deliver this tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'm going to make every attempt in the world to deliver it today. If everything works out, I should be able to get there by 1:30 today. If I can get that unloaded and get my next load ready, even if I can't get the next load ready, at least I'm unloaded and I know where I'm loading the next day. That would make my day. Because the last thing I want to do is get to trail at 3 o'clock. They're closing down. And I have to wait till the morning to deliver. If I can get unloaded, at least I can get ready for the next day's load. But hopefully I can get loaded and we can start driving again. Some blue sky here. Should make fast work out of these climbs, being this light. I don't know what the Paulson looks like, so if it's slippery, it's going to be a bit of a pain this light. But if it's not slippery, we should be fine. But we should be golden. If it's slippery, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble being this light. We've got cell service here, and we got cell service every now and then on Highway 33, but there's definitely big dead zones of no cell service on Highway 33. I figure I'll slow down a little bit, let this car pass before we merge. I don't know why they merged into this lane. It makes no sense at all. But let the car pass.
Bear.
Paulson's Bear?
Maybe.
Okay, might be slippery though with black ice. But by the time we hit it, it'll be closer to noon, so it should be okay. Should be okay. No chain ups anywhere? I always ask after I close, yeah. If I see chain ups, if there's Kootenay past chain up, it gives me a better idea what Paulson's like. If there's a whole bunch of chain ups in different places, okay, now it gives you a really good kind of frame of reference. It's like, okay, this many places are chaining up in these areas. It's like, okay. 93 is chain up?
Yeah.
Where's 93 again?
Radium or something.
Radium Hot Springs up that, yeah.
It's in Castle Junction. 93 is not there. Could be wrong.
Can't remember. Not very good with some of these. My memory sucks.
Well, I'm good. Obviously, we don't travel that far.
We do not travel that way very often.
If we don't know where the road is, have trouble.
But no chain up on Kootenay Pass is a good sign. Always looking at the traffic on the other side of this paper clip to see if there's any oncoming traffic coming, because I do have to drive right on the yellow line. If you could see where the yellow line was. For this last part of the corner, you've got to be right against the yellow line, or else you're going to be clipping the no posts with your back trailer. Normally I'd be pulling in here and let traffic by, but we're moving quick enough not to have a long line behind us.
Maybe the fastest road quick.
A lot of sharp corners on this highway, a lot of slowing down. And I think I'm coming around to saying this highway is not the most boring highway in BC. For some reason I always thought of it as the most boring highway, but I think it was because I never could get cell service on this highway. I think that part of the reason why I consider it a boring highway is there's no cell service along this highway. But that's okay. We've got our audiobooks and podcast and a Jess. Man, we had a good weekend. I just loved our multiplayer game we had on Saturday evening. We played till like 2 a.m. or something like that,
Oh, yeah.
which I regret today, but there is some snow over here. Be careful. But really the game wasn't the game. It was a discussion we were having. We talked about so many topics. It was just a lot of fun. Politics and religion and everything mixed in. And I think all four of us have different points of views. And the great part is we're such opposite people, opposite beliefs, and yet we all come to the same conclusion of, love. We all want to take care of other people, better the world. It's just awesome that we could have such different point of views and still have fun and have a really good debate and leave with being friends, right? Why do we have to agree? I know I've been harping on this the last little while, but we're just so divisive. Why can't we agree to disagree and be happy with that? Why can't we topic I was brought up was really good at point that so much of today's civilization, so many people get joy out of other people's failures. It's like, why would I wish anyone failure? There are some people that I'm going, oh boy, you're doing that project. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully you do a great job at it. You still don't want them to fail. You're like, I don't see how this person's gonna do this job without failing. I only see failure in the future, but you still don't want that failure. There's so many people just waiting for that failure to happen and go, ha! Told you so. It's like, no. I want people to succeed. Even if I think their plans are absolutely ridiculous and they're not based on reality, I still want their plans to succeed. I want people to do good. I want them to prosper. Just because everybody around me prospers doesn't threaten me. Yes, so what if some people are doing better than me? I don't care. I don't have to be number one. Well, maybe I have to be number one. I like being number one. It feels good being number one, doesn't it?
No, it feels good to succeed.
It feels good to succeed, but it feels good being number one too. Like in a video game, winning. It feels good to win. But that's not the make or break deal. You can be last as long as you're still having fun and succeeding and improving. So what if you're last? It feels really good being first, but so what if you're not? I guess I'm not the slow vehicle on this highway today.
Which is kind of why we like the theme in the end too. It's not matter.
Yeah, the game we were playing, it didn't really matter. I mean, I won. It's just saying. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. In the end, you would have won. Yeah, probably. But what we stopped. Well, we saved the game, so who knows? Maybe we'll continue the game someday. But discussion, they brought up a podcast. My buddy brought up a podcast. No Dumb Questions. That is a fun podcast to listen to. I've only listened to 3 episodes now, but I went right back to episode 0 and just 2 guys talking. No dumb questions.
Even that history of our listening, they're talking about how with social media, how you screen out things you want to listen to, accepting other people's opinions on you.
Yeah, they did have a good point on that episode of No Dumb Questions. Today, online, as soon as we get a negative review, negative comment, we can block that user and we'll never get the negative comments anymore. I try so hard. On my YouTube, there are negative comments on there. I don't go delete them and block them. I leave them on there. As long as they're not inappropriate comments, they're staying on there. I don't care how much, like I've got some very negative comments on. We need to leave the negative feedback in our world to grow. To go, oh, not everybody likes what I do. And that's fine. I can't make everybody happy. The immediate feedback. It's such a dangerous concept. Immediate feedback. If you guys all of a sudden go, I hate these short videos, or your videos are too long, or immediately get that feedback, and if I go change it all of a sudden right away and go, oh, people think my videos are too long, okay, cut them down to 10 minutes. Well, then all of you guys leave and go, yeah, I'm not into this. That's why I'm just gonna shoot as much video as long as I want to talk in a day. I do a lot longer videos now than I used to. They used to all be around 15 minutes. Now they're often an hour long, sometimes longer. That immediate feedback, but the long-term feedback, you guys always say you want longer videos, and it's like, okay, we'll just slowly grow it. Don't change fast. Slowly change things, because you have that immediate reaction of, oh, people want this, let's react this way. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, if we do it this way, now we've overcorrected, right? Make small changes. I don't know. It was fun. Just say that. It was a good weekend. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying listening to this podcast on Highway 33 here when it gets boring and there's no radio, no cell service, no nothing. It was just refreshing. Let's just say it was refreshing having a good debate where we all disagreed. Definitely a slipperier section here, so someone doesn't feel very comfortable driving on it, so they're going pretty darn slow, so oh well. There's passing lanes up ahead. It would be nice of them to pull out onto a pullout like I do, but I find four-wheelers are usually not that courteous. So yeah, with the two garage doors on the back, how do you strap that down? Only 8 feet long. Legally, I need 2 straps on that. I threw 4 straps and then just barely tugged them tight. So when I do my load secure, I'll just recheck them and go from there. Oh shoot, when do I need to do my load secure? Oh, I know, we fueled up. I think that rest area is too far away for a load secure. What was our kilometers when we fueled up? 603, the last 3 digits, plus 80 kilometers. 334. Okay, plus 80 kilometers is 414, so that's in 50 kilometers from now. We've already driven 30. Have we? I guess we drove a little bit after fueling up. There's little pullouts here and there, so keep an eye on the load. They've wrapped it really well, and they've got garbage boards around it so that even though if I put some tension on the straps, I'm not damaging it, but there's some glass in there and stuff like that. It's garage doors with glass windows. So I got them to point out exactly where the glass is, made sure that I don't have a strap super tight over the glass. This is a bit of a blinding sun feel here. Hoping most of these people turn off that big white here. It's just put power divider lock on. What's that? I have fresh snow on the trees, nice light dusting. It's quite beautiful. You know what, let's put one of the diffs on as well. We'll just do the front one. It's closer to the turning points, so should have no problem turning around these corners with just one locked. Just in case you lose momentum, I want stuff locked up so I don't spin out on this. Especially since I'm super light and no real weight on my drives. Like these garage doors are so light we could move them by hand on the deck and say. Speaking of loading them, I pulled in and they're like, just back up to bay 4 or bay 3. They said back up to bay 3. I'm like, I'm out with a Super B flat deck. Yeah, if you just back up to bay 3, we can push the doors onto the. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have 2 trailers. I want the doors on the front trailer. You can push them from the back trailer to the front trailer. Oh, I guess we can just forklift them out and put them on the trailer. It's like, yeah, that would be better. I'm like, I can still back up to that bay because there's such limited space. I backed up to bay 3 anyway. Well, I actually backed between bay 3 and bay 4, right between the 2 bays. I backed into there. I had to jackknife the trailers like crazy to right to the limit. They were just past 45-degree angle jackknife on the 2 trailers, which you can barely do. And back kind of in the spot there were so many big rigs in and out of that yard. There's a couple of businesses that based out of there, so got us out of the way. They came out with forklifts, loaded on there, strapped it down, and away I went. I wasn't really expecting this much snow on the road here. Or this much traffic. Yeah, the traffic is crazy. The heck. It might be that someone up front started spinning their tires and panicked. Slowed right down. I suspect something like that. I hope they turn off that big white. I don't need this many cars in front of me on Highway 33 the whole way. Oh, please, people, please turn off that big white. Here I thought I was going to go up the mountain the fastest I've ever come up it. It's the slowest I've ever come up it. Makes you wonder what. Oh, there's a Super B, loaded Super B in front of us.
But really, how many of these don't have winter tires?
Yeah, how many people don't have winter tires? They legally need them to come up here, but do they? Yeah. I'll just like it when we got snowed in on Manning Park. We saw a lot of cars with bald tires, bald summer tires. It's like, what are you doing out here? What are you doing out here on good weather? What are you doing here on bad weather? Definitely spinning my tires, trying to get momentum going here. Yep. Yep, that's why I stayed on this side. I'm like, this side is the faster lane, I think. It should be perfect timing that everybody here turns off by the time. Oh boy, definitely drifting the tires a little. By the time I get to this Super B, that lane is clear. Yeah, it's definitely a little slippery here. With so little weight on the drives, it's... Good thing the pulse is clear. Yeah, we're almost to the top here. Turn the engine brakes off. I saw that still on. Don't need that on. I can see there's a lot of chain marks on the roadway here. People have been chaining up. Kelowna Rock Creek Summit. Someone pulled into the shoulder a little too close. Take their chains off, you pull onto the shoulder, and all of a sudden you sink right in. Almost like I've done that before. Pull onto a shoulder that wasn't there. Yeah, the truck goes to sleep after that, lays down on its side, and you need tow trucks to do a lot of work to get you back upright. It's like, wake up truck, wake up, time to work. That was my first winter driving. I have never pulled onto a shoulder ever again, unless I've seen tracks, tire tracks on that shoulder.
There is some bad logic.
What's that?
There could be some bad logic.
If you see tire tracks, it should be okay. I trust tire tracks. You don't trust tire tracks on the shoulder? Why not? I get that a pickup would be a lot lighter than, or a light car would be a lot lighter than a big rig, but if there's tire tracks on the side and they haven't sunk in at all, I should be safe to pull onto that shoulder. As long as it's a paved shoulder. If it's gravel, loose gravel, you sink in type of thing, but either way, I'm not pulling onto any shoulders. I'm just driving for what feels right. Look down the speedometer, just under the speed limit. I'm doing about 5 kilometers below the speed limit. That's just a comfortable speed. Like, forget the speed limit on days like this. Just drive a comfortable speed. No need to drive the speed limit. It's okay to stay under it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to run into this kind of roads. I thought this would be a bare road, especially since Paulson is bare on the webcam. Okay. Slight brakes here, just kind of keep it from running away. We got no Jake brakes now. Not on roads like this. Now they have put gravel out. It's -5. So it definitely snowed pretty good here over last night. Start bouncing around. It's like, and if the truck pulls into the center lane like that, I just let it. Unless there's oncoming traffic, I just kind of let it go where it wants to and then slowly correct it back. It's beautiful with this fresh snowfall. Sun poking out here and there. It is beautiful. It's gonna really take our time around these corners. Love how untouched fresh snow is. Like there's no animal tracks in it yet, nothing. I'm like, wait, that sign said 60. Let's make sure we do at least 60. On slippery roads like this, usually 10 below the suggested speed. Oh, just let it rattle. That's kind of cool when all the snow falls off the trees like that. Just let it rattle. Jess is so good at hunting down every little rattle in the truck. Yeah, as you start a new rattle. You know, if you take the toothpick out of that, you can throw that out. Oh yeah, we got the steep hill here, the 50 kilometers at the bottom of the hill, so we'll slow down at the top of the hill to at least 60, maybe a little less. We have no Jake brakes, so. Oh boy. Good thing the window's closed, or else she'd be throwing stuff out of the window. There we go. Nice and slow at the top here, that way we have control at the bottom. Oh yeah, there's some huge, must be some moose in the area. Yeah, there's, whatever walked through there sunk to the bottom of the snow. Yeah, there's either a moose or elk in the area. I've never seen elk up here, but we have seen moose in the area, so I would say there's some moose tracks there. Moose tracks. I like the chocolate moose tracks the best.
I would like to consider this all three. Original chocolate and the mint.
Original chocolate and the mint have all three in one container.
Yeah.
Like the Neapolitan ice cream just have.
My type.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good. Yep, I would buy that.
Some costs are like boo-boo high.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying Highway 33 today, I have to admit. It's just so beautiful today. It's one of the most beautiful highways we've driven in a while. Yeah, a lot of tracks in the snow there. So I was saying there's no track. The snow is so fresh there's no tracks, but here there are quite a few tracks, so that means they've been around today morning. You still hear the vibration. You're funny. Beautiful along the river. Less snow on the road over here though. Is it gonna spider on me? Hopefully not up. Got a new rock, but same with this one up here. I thought that one was gonna spider too, but no, there's no chunk missing. It's just broken. It was a pretty big rock. Yeah, got a pretty big rock in the windshield, making it 4 rock chips in the windshield. But so far, none are impeding my vision of the road. So hopefully they last long enough till spring comes out, because I think it's to a point where it's not going to pass safety anymore. But honestly, CVSE gives you a break in the winter like this. We all understand that. If I put a brand new windshield in tomorrow, I'll have a rock chip again. Yeah, I've got 3 of them right low to the bottom of the windshield, and then 1 kind of centered. All of them on the driver's side. Which makes sense. The driver's side is exposed to more of the oncoming traffic rock, right? Usually it's oncoming traffic that throws the rock. Not always, but I was listening to more No Dumb Questions. I'm just so enjoying. I'm on episode 4 now. So enjoying the conversations. Bumpy road. Always winter. Winter you always get bumpier roads as pavement and ground all expands and shrinks at different rates. Get some good frost heaves going on. Warm, facing into the sun. Yeah, pretty much just maintaining the time that I've got on the GPS. Not gaining any time, not losing any time, so I think 1:30 p.m. will be a pretty accurate number. Not gaining any time because we're not driving speed limit. I've got it set to loaded, even though we're pretty much empty, but with these roads, it's comparable to running a full load as much time as we're making or losing. If we had a full max load, we would be making about the same amount of time as we are now, almost empty. I'd rather take my time. As long as I make it by 1:30, I'm sure I can get unloaded. compact snow on this part of the road. I think I'll turn cruise control on again. Yeah, so I highly recommend that podcast. No dumb questions. Highly recommended it. One of the two guys talking is, his name Dustin from Smarter Every Day. If you guys watch YouTube, Smarter Every Day, I recommend that YouTube channel as well, Smarter Every Day. They go so deep into conversations that make you think, right? It's like I love it. It's I love the layout. It's just two guys talking about about everything. It's just a good deep conversation. Make you think about how you're living your life right now with all the electronics and stuff. I'm really enjoying the series. Like I said, only on episode 4, but no snow on the trees here either, so basically no snow last night in this section. We got snow, but not from last night. I must have strapped the load really nicely because nothing in there is budging and nothing moving, flapping. It's just perfect. Not tight enough to damage anything. I'm glad I threw 4 straps. There's a strap every 2 feet on it. It seems way overkill, but this way I didn't have to snug it as tight. It works really well. Huge bumps that try throwing you off the highway. Yeah, you know what? This highway is beautiful. I guess it's not as boring as I thought it was once you start opening your eyes and looking at the beauty. close to Westbridge. Always a sketchy corner every single time driving across the bridge. Because I basically need the whole highway for that corner. Not sure how far west bridge is away, but maybe it's not a few minutes. Could be another 10 minutes for all I know. I'd lose track of where we are on this highway. Everything kind of looks the same. Trees, rolling hills, river. Maybe that's why I think it's boring, because everything looks kind of the same the whole way along. But there are beautiful mountains, beautiful valley, river, some campgrounds along the way. I think it might be fun camping out over here and do some quadding, and probably try to find moose. There's probably some good quadding trails out here, who knows? I plan on doing some quadding in a week or two. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Just thinking when we go quadding, I would really like to start a fire somewhere. Where are we going to find some trees? There'll be snow everywhere. Almost need to drive up before we do the quadding weekend, to drive up somewhere with the quad and finding trees in a different area and fill the trailer up with logs. Put the chainsaw out and cut them down in size, so we got a couple of good serious logs. Don't have to split them or anything until we're out. It'd be cool to have a burger over a campfire in the middle of winter. We'll see. See if the weather cooperates. Yeah, today would have been the perfect day to go out. Gorgeous weather. Rest area that we sometimes stop at or sleep at. No overnight parking allowed there, but it's a good pull out. Try not to sleep there, but I have slept there when I ran out of hours. And when there's lots of snow, a lot of the pullouts aren't plowed, so you don't really have much options. think we're getting to West Bridge now. This is looking right. Looks like someone's been snowmobiling around in the field. I could see myself owning a snowmobile. I just don't see myself spending that much money on something we rarely use. I already do that with the quad. We spend so much money into the quad that we rarely use. I mean, it's awesome. It's given us some great experiences, but it's definitely expensive for the experiences we have gotten out of it. No, motorcycle I would use more. I would. Summer on Saturday mornings, go for a ride. I would be, especially the first, well, I guess same thing with the quad. The first 2 years or so, you'd be.
You had a different job.
Yeah, if I had a different job and home every evening, the motorcycle would ride a lot of evenings, yeah. Well, you could drive the pickup while I ride the motorcycle. Yeah. Working on it. Awesome. Her eyes starting to heal up again, so she'll be able to drive soon again. I hope.
Skin jabbing the side will be all fuzzy.
All right. Any oncoming traffic. I'm looking at the top of the hill. There is a pickup on top of the hill coming down, so we're just going to slow her right down. You're thinking of cutting the corner, really? Yeah, the bridge, pretty much I need the whole bridge. Just because the trailers, and you can see there's always damage on that one corner when big rigs have not taken the corner properly. I'm totally speeding, not by a lot, but I'm speeding. Slow her down, don't speed. It's 50 here. we're at 100. Awesome. The valley opens up a little bit over here. Yeah, beautiful Highway 33. I guess you guys have changed my mind. It is beautiful. Well, thanks guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have no idea where we're headed tomorrow. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out.